Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Miami Hurricanes taking on the 20th ranked team of the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Miami's return team didn't help matters out much there. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and it just, you see DBs, they're probably watching him pull on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. He'll keep it himself. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Wynn. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So NC State's offense will go to work for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Miami. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. To the ground with the back.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Fires to the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments. And those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. That's on the QB and his receiver not being on the same page.
Getting some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone. You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive. Team, just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on the lead.
Nice throw, nice catch. You know, I like when you work that slot and you throw that slant. It's an easier throw than throwing to a guy way out wide. A lot of times I find that matchup I want in the slot and I go attack it.
Dropping back, it's Wynn. Got the quick pass. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Running with power.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Marquez. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And how nice is it to have a guy that can say, I'm just going to go get the first down. Like, I know I have options. I can do X, Y, and Z, but I'm just going to let me run it, go get the first down, and give myself an extra set of downs.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You can tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Canes.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing. Where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing them because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Coming after it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to break.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
This offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Looking to throw, it's Wynn. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, NC State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception, and everybody on defense return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Sweep cut there.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy. Make sure you know where he is at all times.
And the Canes are in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Wynn. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down inbounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
On second down, he'll fire. Gets open down the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Fires to the tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On second down, he'll let it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. He's looking to throw it. It's complete. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. They want to just keep throwing it. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
They're trying to throw the out route. That time, though, the QB threw it a little bit too far to the outside. It falls incomplete.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to break it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
They want to throw it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
3:25. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Miami. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And this offense is another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give to the single back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Just enough time for one final play in this half. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback checking the play. To throw, it's Wynn. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cade.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They'll throw it on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to
Touchdown, Wolfpack! A great catch and run for 6. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by 7 over USC. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looks as if he's going to run it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Wynn. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Finds his man down the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, and making sure he makes the right decision. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
It's complete to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are. And they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the pummeling has started. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Wow, Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. 1st down for this offense. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll do it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Looking for a man. It's Wynn. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
He's got it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll run play action. Got his man quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. 3rd and short. The power run here. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Hurricanes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's got it down the middle. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard.
And he breaks into the open. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive changes.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll just keep slinging it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area, because of his speed and his size. He's a nice target right there on the post. You see him. It's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
Moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. The run from the shotgun. Oh, what a move. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Takes the easy one to the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the short completion brings up 2nd down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Plows through the defense. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Canes are threatening in the red zone. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quarterback adapting. Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
He looks that one in nicely.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
On the
First down here for the offense. Power football with the run. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. The offense set for a first down play. They go to the draw. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He wants to pass it on second down. They're working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. He's going to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team when you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.